on a diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. You say I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, Tucker McCann set to kick off. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
It's on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 35-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He finds Beckham complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
The tackle made at the 30.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 107 yards, and the touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run on first down. Parham. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. A nice pick. It'll move the sticks. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Looking to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. KJ Hamler there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
No, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
At their own 25-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. 2nd and 11. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 26-yard line.
2nd and 9 now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Nice 3rd down conversion at even 20 yards.
First down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
The ball carried by
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. K.J. Hamler with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receivers.
Wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense boys here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They run again on first down. Chubb. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
They'll try to draw now with Chubb. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now Gardner-Johnson with a pick, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Tucker McCann.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Chubb. And some space here. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now. And that's that on the football whenever you get good and ready.
Offense rush gets home. Down he goes. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That 4th, couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Chubb. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Jerome Baker.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Forced out to his left. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
In on the tackle. A 2-yard pickup.
The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
A loss of 6.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the second quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
Makes the score Dolphins 28.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive...
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
3rd down and 9.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
At the 9-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Miami.
He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. K.J. Hamler on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Browns set to take over. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Tucker McCann.
That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
24-yard line.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6 at the Browns' 9-yard line.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. K.J. Hamler, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Taken about 7 yards deep and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
We have hit halftime. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Dolphins 49.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other. supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Taken down at the 41.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now a short one to Gesicki, and they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
4-yard pickup on the play.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
He was brought down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
3rd down.
They'll set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He'll buy some time right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Baker in on the tackle.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Really solid effort for him right now. 3rd quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team. But the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll set up a throw. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 28.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard at the 18-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 13-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Now back to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Touchdown, Miami.
KJ Hamler there to make the grab. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Dolphins 65.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, these guys right around 20 or under that. If they were going to have a chance, it was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they?
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
44-yard line.
Fournette, a first down carry. And nothing doing. Tackle by Jordan Elliott. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Complete to number 17.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. KJ Hamler there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Their own 25-yard line.
And the Browns getting set to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll pull it down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Baker in on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Miami set to take over. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food, because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. Some of the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen.
The Dolphins have a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. And a Dolphin first down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. They'll look to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. KJ Hamler there to make the grab. And this offense is running away with this one. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's going to go down again.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally catch and stop him short of a first down.
Now, and this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time? And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations,